Welcome to today's session. Today's class we will be learning how to prepare final accounts from incomplete records. But before preparing final accounts, there are certain items or there are some missing figures. So first you have to calculate the missing figures, then you have to prepare trading account, profit and loss account and balance sheet. Hope children, the previous class you would have learnt the format. If you learnt the format, you can easily calculate the missing figures and then prepare the final accounts. So now we will move on to question number 17, page number 35 from your textbook. If you don't have the textbook, just watch the screen. I will read the question for you first, then understand the question, then we will go to the sums. Look on to the screen. From the following details of Rakesh, prepare trading and profit and loss account for the year ended 31st March 2019 and the balance sheet as on that date. Particulars is given and two amount columns are given. That is, stock of goods is given at the beginning and at the end. Debtors is given, cash at bank, machinery, sundry creditors. So these are the assets and liabilities at the beginning and at the end. Apart from that, other details are also given. Rent paid 1,20,000, discount received 35,000, discount allowed 25,000, cash paid to creditors 11 lakh, cash received from debtors 12,50,000, drawings 1 lakh, cash sales 20,000, capital as on 1/4/2018 5,20,000. So now you see children, capital as on 1/4/2018 is given 5,20,000. That is the opening capital. The opening capital is given in the question. Suppose sometimes opening capital will not be given. If opening capital is not given, then you have to use the balances of the assets and liabilities which are given at the beginning of the year, and then you have to calculate opening capital by preparing statement of affairs. But in this question there is no need to prepare statement of affairs because the opening capital is already given there. Next, what we have to do? You have to calculate certain missing figures, that is, you should know how much is your credit sales and how much is your credit purchases. So to know your credit sales, you have to prepare total debtors account. So first write in the books of Mr. Rakesh. Then below that, center of the page, you have to prepare total debtors account. Already you know the format, so it will be easy for you to prepare the total debtors account. Debtors are assets, all assets have debit balance, so the opening balance of debtors will be on the debit side. So write here to balance brought down, opening balance. How much is the opening balance of debtors? From where you will know the opening balance of debtors? See the question, debtors under 31/3/2018, that is opening debtors, and debtors under 31/3/2019, that is closing debtors. Opening debtors is 5,30,000, that is the first column, and your closing debtors by balance carried down, closing balance. Closing debtors is 6,40,000. Opening debtors on the debit side, closing debtors on the credit side. See the question, discount allowed 25,000, then by cash received from debtors. How much is cash received? That is 12,50,000. That's all. These are the items given. So with this you find out the credit sales. To credit sales, that is your balancing figure. The total is 19,15,000. So that minus this will give you your credit sales. Put the total here, 19,15,000 minus 5,30,000. Credit sales 13,85,000. You got your credit sales. Put a box for the credit sales. Next, you have to calculate. Now you got credit sales Same way you have to calculate credit purchases. So, to calculate credit purchases, what you have to prepare? Total creditors account. Okay. Now, you have to prepare total creditors account to find out credit purchases. So, now you see the question, children. Sundry creditors at the beginning is given and sundry creditors at the end is given. Sundry creditors at the beginning is the opening balance and sundry creditors at the end is the closing balance. So, you know all liabilities have credit balance. So, you write creditors opening balance here. So, you write like this, by balance brought down, opening balance. Opening balance is 3,70,000. So, opening balance is here, closing balance you write here. 2 balance carried down, that is closing balance. How much is closing balance of sundry creditors? 4,20,000. So, you write here 4,20,000. So, two items are given there. One is discount received and then cash paid to creditors. So, discount received, write here 2 discount received account. How much is discount received? Discount received is 35,000. Then cash paid to creditors. Cash paid to creditors 11 lakh. So, these are the only these items are given there. So, now you find out credit purchases by credit purchases account, balancing figure. So, first add all these. So, if you add all these, you will get 15,55,000. So, that minus this will give you your credit purchases, that is 11,85,000, 15,55,000. So, credit purchases is 11,85,000. Credit purchases 11,85,000. So, put a box. So, now you got credit sales, you got credit purchases. Now, you can go and prepare your final accounts. So, what are the things you prepare in a final account? First thing, you calculate trading account. So, we will prepare trading account, then we will move to P&L account and balance sheet. Now, you are going to prepare trading account for the year ended 31/3/2019. So, you know what is this trading account? You have already learned this, studying about this trading account in 11th standard. So, what are the items will appear in this trading account? All purchases, that is credit purchase and cash purchase, both will appear on the debit side, and credit sales and cash sales will appear on the credit side. Okay. Then any expenses which are related to factory or manufacturing expenses, that is wages, fuel, power, coal, all these expenses, they are all losses. So, you know the accounting principle, the golden rules of accounting, debit all expenses and losses. So, all the expenses which are related to manufacturing or factory, example wages, it will appear on the debit side. Then what you have to do, if there is any returns, if there is any sales return, that should be deducted from the sales on the credit side, and if there is any purchases return, that should be deducted from the purchases on the debit side. Okay. These are the general items which appear in trading account. So, if you know what are the items that will appear on the trading account, you can easily post the sums. Let us move on to preparation of trading account. See the question, stock of goods. Opening stock is also given, that is the balance which is appearing under 31/3/2018 is the opening stock, and the balance which is appearing under 31/3/2019 is the closing stock. So, first write the opening stock. Here you write opening stock 2,20,000, then closing stock. By closing stock, how much is closing stock? Closing stock 1,60,000. Next, you calculated credit purchases and credit sales. So, write purchases here, 2 credit purchases. If there is any cash purchases, that also you can add here, but in the question cash purchases is not given. So, only credit purchases 11 lakh 85,000, this you already prepared in your total creditors account. So, from there you bring your credit purchases here, then you put your credit sales here, credit sales. Credit sales, what you have prepared? For credit sales, you have prepared total debtors account. So, from total debtors account, you bring your credit sales here. Credit sales is 13 lakh 85,000, that I have taken from my total debtors account. In the question, cash sales is also given. Cash sales is 20,000. So, write credit sales and cash sales in the first column or inner column, add both and then put it on the outer column. So, total together 14 lakh 5,000. 14 lakh 5,000 is the total sales. Only these items are given, nothing else is given, wages or nothing, any other expenses given in the question? No, it is not given. So, opening stock, closing stock. Okay. Then credit purchases taken from the total creditors account, credit sales taken from total debtors account, credit sales plus cash sales, take the total sales and put it in the outer column. Now, add this, that will give 15 lakh 65,000. So, that minus this will give you a gross profit, that is the balancing figure. So, 15 lakh 65,000 minus these two amount, your gross profit will be 1 lakh 60,000. Circle for the gross profit. Okay children, hope you understood how to prepare trading. Next we will move to profit and loss account. So, when you are starting your profit and loss account, what you have to do? You have to carry forward, you have to take this gross profit to your profit and loss account. Now we are going to prepare profit and loss account for the year ended 31/3/2019. So, as soon as you open the profit and loss account, the first thing what you have to do, you have to bring forward your gross profit from the trading account. What is your gross profit? Your gross profit is 1 lakh 60,000. So, bring down your gross profit first. Then any expenses is there or any losses is there, any income is there or any profit is there, that also should be shown in the profit and loss account. Now, see the question now. See the question, in other details you have rent paid. So, rent paid is an expense, debit all expenses. So, rent paid, since it is an expense, I am writing on the debit side 1 lakh 20,000. Next is discount received. Discount received is an income, credit all incomes. So, write here by discount received, all incomes should be credited. Discount received is an income, so put it on the credit side, 35,000. Next we have discount allowed, debit all expenses. So, discount allowed is an expense, so put it on the debit side, discount allowed, it is an expense, that is 25,000. So, only these items are there, no other items is given in the question. So, now you can close the profit and loss account. So, add these, you will get 1 lakh 95. So, that minus this will give you your profit, net profit. 2 net profit. So, that is the balancing figure. So, 1,95,000 minus 1,45,000, that will give 50,000 is your net profit. So, put a circle for the net profit and put the total 1,95,000. Understood, children? Understood how to prepare profit and loss account? Debit all expenses and losses, credit all incomes and gains. What are the expenses given in the question? Rent paid is an expense, discount allowed is a expense. This gross profit, I have carried it forward from the trading account. So, my gross profit I have written here, and discount received is an income, credit all incomes. So, by discount received I have credited here 35,000, put the total, this minus this will give you your net profit. Now, what you have to do with this net profit? This net profit should be carried to your balance sheet, it should be added with the capital. So, now we will move on to balance sheet. So, the next step is preparation of balance sheet. So, that is the final step in final accounts. What are liabilities? Liabilities are that what we owe, what we have to pay to others. Assets are what we own in the business. So, now you find out what are the liabilities and what are your assets and prepare the balance sheet. Now, look to the sum, look to the question. So, two balances are given. One is from the beginning, that is the opening balance at the beginning, and the balance at the end is given. So, when you are preparing the balance sheet, always you have to use the balances which are given only at the end, that is 31/3/2019 only we are going to take and put it in the final balance sheet. The last item, see the question, the last item capital is given, that is the opening capital, that we have to bring it here first, capital. That is the opening capital. How much is the capital? Capital is 5,20,000, write it in the inner column. From the capital, you subtract less drawings. See the other details, drawings is given there, that drawing should be deducted from the capital. What is this drawings? Drawings is the amount withdrawn by the proprietor for his personal use. From where he will be drawing the amount? He will be taking it from the capital. So, that should be subtracted. When the proprietor withdraws the money, the capital get reduced. So, it should be subtracted. Drawings 1 lakh. So, that minus subtract and write it in the inner column again, 4,20,000. With this drawings, you add net profit. Add net profit, that is what you got while preparing profit and loss account. So, your net profit is 50,000, add these two and write the amount in the outer column, 4,70,000. Next, you come to the assets, look to the question, see the assets, identify the assets and write only the closing balances, that is the second column only. Okay. Always when you are writing the assets, first you can write cash in hand, then cash at bank, but in this question only cash at bank is given. So, first write that cash at bank 10,000, then stock of goods, how much is stock of goods? 1,60,000, then debtors 6,40,000, then finally machinery 80,000. Then the last item is sundry creditors, that is write it on the liability side, sundry creditors 4,20,000. That is all. Now add both put the total 8,90,000. Here also 8,90,000. Understood, children? This is the way you have to prepare the final accounts from incomplete records. So, first thing you have to prepare total debtors to find out credit sales, then total creditors to find out credit purchases, then prepare trading account, calculate gross profit, then net profit and loss account to calculate net profit, then finally your balance sheet. Hope you understood, children. Thank you.